he will not need surgery. DeMarcus most likely will not be back, during the playoffs. You're probably looking at a couple months recovering, so it's unlikely. But Rick told me that there are occasions where that injury heals faster. So, we're leaving the door open, obviously. But, more than anything, I'm just crushed for DeMarcus. He's been waiting his whole career for this. And in the second game, he goes down after putting all that work in, to recover from the Achilles. And he's had a great season for us. He's really come along the last month or so. And I just feel bad for him.
Do we know the exact severity of the tear? Was it a full tear?
All I know is it's a torn quadricep muscle. So that's the extent of what I know. I don't know the severity of the tear.
Is there a plan for him to be around the team, away from the team right now? Or?
There's no plan right now. He needs to be comfortable. So no, there's no plan. I haven't talked to Rick about that.
You mentioned kind of the devastating nature of his story at this point. Have you talked to him at all?
Texted. I've not seen him since game night. So I've texted, and I'm going to try to connect with him as soon as we can. But I think he's understandably crushed. So it's just disappointing at every level.
Where does the team go from here with the center spot with obviously Andrew and Devon and Gordon?
Well, Bogut will start, and that way we keep Loon in his same role, backing up the center position, and I think that makes the most sense. Looney's been tremendous. He's had a fantastic season and first couple of playoff games, and I think Bogut will do a great job. He's been great too since he's been back, and this is why we got him, just in case. We were hoping we wouldn't have any injuries, obviously, but that was our most vulnerable position, and we're lucky to have Andrew.
Does it make you tempted to use Draymond at center more often? I know you do some anyway, but
it's not so much tempted because I have so much faith in Bogut and Looney that we can play either one of them, and I feel great. But it's an option.
How do you feel Draymond's played these 2 games?
Draymond's been great. He just needs to cut down the turnovers, and we've talked about it in our film session today. Draymond's genius is that he plays with his hair on fire, and what that means sometimes is he goes over the edge too much and turns it over, makes too many ambitious plays. So he's got to find the balance, hair on fire, but take care of the ball.
What's the mood of the team now?
Excuse me?
What's the mood of the team now after that loss?
Well, this team has been around the world several times, so we've been in this situation before in plenty of series. Losing a home game, losing a game that we expected to win, whatever. So I'm not worried about the team. They know what they have to do. It's about competing together, everybody being on the same page and getting after it, being aggressive, and that's the plan.
No special handling.
No. Just say we've been doing this for 5 years together, so nothing new.
You guys, other than Beverly obviously playing close, are the Clippers doing anything in their approach differently defensively on Kevin than other teams do?
No, they're doing things differently with Steph and Clay. Kind of playing on the outside of them when those guys are on the perimeter to take them out of their comfort zone on our cuts and stuff. But with Kevin, it's just Beverly playing underneath him, and we talked about it in the film today. We've got to, as a group, 5-man group, do what you have to do at every level of basketball, which is make sharp cuts to get open, set solid screens to get other people open, and make a basketball play, whether it's with the ball, without the ball, constantly. It comes down to fundamentals. If you stand there and think you're going to get the ball in a good position just by standing, that's not going to happen. So everybody, not just Kevin, everybody's got to set their guy up, get open, rip through, attack. We've been on our heels too much, and we got to be sharper.
We go back to Bogut for a second.
Yeah.
It seemed like he really understood what his role was. Now he needs to step into it even more. How do you see him handling it?
Oh, he'll be great. You know, he's been our starting center for many years, and so it's almost as if the layoff never happened because he knows these guys, and you know we're playing the same style as we've always played, and he fits right into that style.
This conversation just reminds me to ask you, how is Damian Jones doing?
Damian is doing well. He's really worked his tail off. I'm really proud of Damian. He gets work in every single day. He hasn't had live contact yet. He hasn't been cleared for live contact. So in that regard, you know, it's not like he's close.
Would you say unlikely he could return at any point in the playoffs?
Damian?
I remember it was doubtful a few
Yeah,
months ago.
yeah. I would still say unlikely, but you know, in the coming weeks, if he is cleared and Rick feels good about it, maybe we'll push him a little bit harder. But we hadn't anticipated him coming back, and I still don't. But we'll see if that's changed at all with DeMarcus's injury.
Watching film of game 2, did you feel like Kevin could have been a little bit more aggressive in the second?
Oh
half?
yeah.
Did you
Absolutely.
talk to him about
Yeah,
how
yeah. Yeah. We always talk about everything as a team, individually. Look, the guy's the most skilled basketball player on planet Earth. There's nobody who can do what he can do. It's playoffs. Defenses are more locked in. They play everybody tougher. I don't know how many shots he got the other night. 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely, he needs to be more aggressive. You know, it's playoffs, and he can get any shot he wants anytime. So I want to see him get 20 shots, 30.
Do you have any idea why he wasn't? Was it something Beverly was doing, or was he just trying to focus more on his
No, I don't know. You know, it was a tough game. It was a tough game for him. He had 9 turnovers. It wasn't his night. But like I said, he's the most skilled basketball player on earth. So, and he's a champion, a 2-time Finals MVP. This guy, yeah, he'll be coming out tomorrow, firing and ready to play.
You talked about Draymond with his hair on fire. How much also on defense does that matter to you guys to help get your defense back on track?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. And look, the first game and a half, our defense was great.
Right.
And our defensive rating for game 1 was like 95 or something. Game 2, first half was excellent. I forget the number, but it was really good. But we let go of the rope in the third quarter. And once you do that, it's tough to corral a team and get them back under control. So we've got to get back to our aggressive defense and be competitive and together, 5-man defense, and everybody competing. And Draymond is always in the middle of the action on that front.
Is there something you can do to make Williams more uncomfortable? I mean, he's going to get.
Yeah, he's a great player, and he had an amazing game. And there's some things we can do better for sure. But he's also the kind of player that no matter what you do, he's going to get his numbers. But we did not do a good job of containing him in the second half. So a couple of adjustments we can make, and you know we'll see how the game goes.
Steve, on the last game, did you watch much of the video and break it down, or did you just flush it?
Oh no, you watched the hell out of that video. You know, you flush the ones in the regular season down the toilet, and then playoffs you got to watch everything. And so I've watched the game several times, and it's pretty clear. You know, as the staff, it's pretty clear what we have to do. And let's face it, we were doing all right. We had won game 1 and we were up 31 in game 2. We were doing fine. But as I said, we let go of the rope, and I don't like to use that expression unless you really have to use it. And we let go of the rope, so we got what we deserve.
Did you see anything specifically, like the jump
Yes,
shot, especially like no
yes,
movement or no
yes, lots of stuff. And that's as far as I'm going to go. Scott?
Do you stay there and watch that thing right away at the arena after a game
No,
like that? Or
no.
Next day?
Next day. Yeah, next day. And the guys had yesterday off, so coaches came in. We watched the tape together. We talked about our adjustments, all that stuff. And everybody, I'm sure, watched it again at home. Some guys watched it when they got home after the game. I don't usually do that. I usually try to get to sleep and watch it in the morning. So, but yeah, the playoffs, the tape is gold because you're playing the same opponent over and over again. So you got to study.
Was that a grim task, or are you guys more like scientists, dispassionately breaking it down?
Say that again?
Was that a
grim task? We're cyborgs, Scott. We just lock in, man. There's no emotion involved in this.
It's obviously kind of a high bar, but is this like the worst game stretch of turnovers you guys have had? I mean, with some of the passes and obviously the high numbers.
You know what? Our turnovers were actually good this year. In terms of the total number and our average, we had a ton of games where we had 8, 9, 10. So this is a bad stretch, and we were actually in pretty good shape. At halftime the other night, I think we had 19 assists and 6 turnovers. That's a hell of a first half. And so what does that mean? 15 turnovers in the second half. So we kind of got out of our lane a little bit, so to speak, and we lost traction in the game, and they made great plays to finish it.
To follow up on the earlier question about Draymond and defense, how much of it is his defensive skill, and how much does his personality help lift you guys back on track defensively? Sort of the force.
I'd say it's a combination. You know, he's a brilliant basketball mind. He's as smart a defensive player as I've ever been around, and then his intensity kind of, you know, carries that forward to where it's infectious with the whole group and everybody's flying around.
During the regular season, guys would talk about how they want to build better habits, and whenever there would be a high turnover game, they would basically say, you know, it'll change. When the playoffs come, that there'll be fewer turnovers and those good habits will show up. But can it just happen like that? Because it doesn't look like it happened in the playoff game.
If you watch the tape, there were so many unforced errors that I know our guys. They know what they're doing. They've won titles. They know what they have to clean up. So that number should be down, below 15. And if you take out the plays of insanity, it would be below 15.
It seems like nothing gets you out of your seat more during a game than a sloppy turnover.
Yeah.
I mean, not a bad shot or anything else.
Well, it's because you have to work so hard to get the damn ball. You play 24 seconds of defense, and the two things, my two pet peeves are not boxing out, because you play 24 seconds of defense and then you let them get the ball back. You got to do it again just because you couldn't turn and look and find your guy. That gets me out of my seat. And then on offense, we've just done all that work down there. We're going to come down and throw an alley-oop off the backboard? Can't do that. And our guys know that. And so, that's what I have to constantly enforce, because the way we play, we walk that line. The chaos is good, but at times it can bite us.
It seemed like the other night, every time there was a turnover that looked particularly careless, I looked over and there you were getting.
Yeah, I was pissed. Furious. And that'll happen tomorrow, too. Thanks, everybody.